Hey everybody, it's Jay from Virginia again, uh, here at Vessel of Truth. And it's late. I've been up watching several of the videos from Carol at Never Lose Truth. And she does a great job. But I'm telling you, her videos are hard to watch. The amount of destruction that's going on around the world is really almost incomprehensible. You figure most people were just focused on what's going around in the United States. West Coast is burning, middle of America is drought, east side being flooded. But in these other countries, people are being wiped out. I mean, people are being caused to lose everything in just a matter of hours. The technology that man has controlling the weather is being used at full force. Well, I'm not going to say that. They're showing off because they could do a lot more. They're getting people's attention, basically. But just with what they have done, thousands of people have just lost everything. I mean, they don't even have a house left, much less possessions or cars. We are at war. We knew it was coming. We who are children of our Creator, Yahuwah, we know His word tells us that in the last days we will hear wars and rumors of wars and earthquakes in diverse places and basically everything else that goes along with it. Storms and floods but who really believed that it would be mankind doing it to mankind? And I use that term loosely because these so-called leaders that we have, I don't believe that all of them are mankind, but I do believe that a lot of them are cloned bodies with spirits in control, or they're just a flat-out robotoid individual that's been made by man. Crazy as it sounds, it's true. And then you have those who are under the control of the seed of Satan, let's put it that way. Because there are beings that are among us that are not flesh and blood. They are of the enemy. Um, and they are turning up the pace at which they're doing things. I make a habit of saying, watch your surroundings and pay attention to the people around you. But I'm telling everybody, start paying attention to the shadows as well, because they move nowadays. There are things coming upon the earth that, as the word says, men's hearts will fail them for what's coming upon the face of the earth. I just can't help but think the scores and scores of people, not only in America but around the world, that are fooled and deceived into thinking that everything that's happening is all natural, it's all caused by climate change. No. Never in the history of mankind has 20 feet of water ever fell from the sky in an hour and a half. It doesn't happen. They can make up all their little scientific terms to explain it away, to numb the minds of the liberal masses, but for those of us that have the intelligence above a grapefruit, we know they're lying. We have got to shore up the things in our own lives, to put on the full armor of God and the anointing of God to reach people like never before. People are hurting. And there are people out there that are at their wits' end that has lost everything. And with it comes an opportunity of the enemy to tempt them with suicide or drugs or any other lifestyle, stealing, a life of crime, even selling their soul for a better life, what little bit of time is left. And if we can't get as good at telling the truth as they are at telling the lies, it's going to be a horrible outcome. These are our brothers and sisters out there. Yeah, some of them are colorful people. Some of them are really unlikable. But it's not the person that you dislike. It's their ways. And I speak for myself, but I was a horrendous train wreck at one time in my life. I was a pretty unlovable person. But almost 2,000 years ago, God sent his son to die for me. When I was at my worst, he still loved me. He didn't like my ways, but he still loved me. And he grabbed hold and he held on. And he wasn't letting go. And here I am today, a totally different person. I've learned a lot of things the hard way, yeah. But I've also learned not to care about what people think. We all do stupid things. But when God gets a hold of us, He uses the stupid things to confound the wise. So here I am, one of the stupid things that confounds the wise. Here in the middle of nowhere. Most people don't even know where I live exists, except on tax time. That's when the government knows we exist. My point is, who cares if you're broke, you're poor, your TV is going to get cut off, your cell phone going to be cut off, or whatever. There are people out there 1,000-fold worse off than we ever thought about being. We have grown soft, careless, selfish, and it's time to forget about ourselves and start truly reaching out to our neighbors, doing whatever we can to be the light in their darkness. It's time to start doing it God's way, because it's obvious that the way of the so-called four-wall church isn't working, nor has it been. It's time to get out en masse and start doing what Christ did. He's our example. Don't be afraid to talk to strangers. You might just save their life and save their soul to boot. What would you do if, while you were asleep, their technology claimed your whole existence, but left you alive to deal with the aftermath? What then? That your whole house, all your cars, everything that you own, except for you alone, poof, gone. Except for the grace of God goeth all. It's time we wake up. It's getting real. Over in Germany, they're still looking for people. There's hundreds of dead. What if that was your family or your relatives? See, nobody's concerned unless it affects them. Well, guess what? It's on, like Donkey Kong. It's starting to affect everyone. And if you don't know the Father, and you're not working a relationship with Him, you're damned. You have no hope. I mean, your whole existence is void. It's a total waste of time. Because the day's coming that you're just going to be gone. And your whole memory of you ever existing will be wiped away. No one will remember you, not even God, as you're in the lake of fire. I'm not being mean. I'm being real. I was watching Carol's videos, and, it's really a wake-up call for us all. Real life is happening. Real death is happening. And it's time we take our focus off ourselves and keep our eyes on God and loving our neighbor, and doing as Christ did. It's one thing to talk the talk. It's another to walk the walk. And I'm challenging every single person that hears this video ever, whether you're a subscriber to the channel or not. I challenge you. Not only talk the talk, walk the walk. Be the light in people's darkness. Maybe you're the only one that could ever reach that person. Share the gospel of the kingdom. Introduce them to their Creator and the love of God. Even if you don't have anything, you can share yourself and what God has taught you. God will always make a way. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. It's God that gives us the power to get wealth, not to have the abundant, rich and famous life. No. God don't make people rich. That's a lie from the pits of hell. The prosperity gospel is straight out of hell. And if you don't believe that yet, you need your head examined. Because you are as gullible gets. I'm not ever going to pull punches. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. We're talking about real life and real lives here. I don't have a happy ending in this life. But I do know that when I lay this body down, I will arise again in the image and likeness of Christ, Yeshua, my Savior. And the only thing that's going to matter is what I have done for Him. Reaching souls, helping my neighbor, loving others as He loved me. Keeping His law and Torah. Not for my salvation, but because I am saved. It's the only way we can show that we love God, and that's keeping His commandments. It means keeping His Torah, keeping the dietary laws. Oh, yeah, I know. Pork, pig, bacon, yeah. It's not worth your soul. People can hate me for saying it. I don't care. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to speak the truth and be that peculiar people that's called unto God Himself. The friend of the world is the enemy of God. And if you love the world, the love of the Father is not in you. These are direct quotes from His Word. It's time that we need to sober up and become the people that we're called and chose to be. If you're lucky enough to be awake to the truth, sun simulator, the flat earth, the biblical cosmology, the Nephilim soon to be walking around amongst us, the clones, the robotoids, the draconian, yeah, that use proboscis to control people, yeah, the reptilian. Yeah, I done lost a bunch of people there, but it's true. Do some research. To him that immediately dismisses a matter without hearing it out or researching it, to him it's folly and a shame. Don't fulfill that. Do some research. and be active. Don't let the sin of others make you silent. Be outspoken. Be bold as lions. It's now or never, guys. Choose your side. You're either going to live for the Father or you're going to live for the enemy. Gadriel, Satan, Ha-Satan, Lucifer. We need to come together, just as the Father said, in unity. And we need to shake this place, this realm, with prayer. We all need to hit our knees and cry out to the Father, because He's our hope. He's our strength. He's our source. He's our everything. You know it as well as I do. I love you all, and I thank you all. I want people to think about what's going on. They have been repeating it so much that everybody has become numb to it. But people are dying. People are in agony. If their home's not flooded away, it's burnt up. This is all technology being used against us. The day's coming. Well, they'll make their final move. They'll round us up. The FEMA camps are there for reasons. I don't know if this video will stay up or not. But guys, I love you. And I promise I'll always tell you the truth and I won't sugarcoat it. Just keep praying. Looking to the Father. And be on your face about what the enemy is doing. The controlling of the weather. Yes, a lot of it's part of God's plan. But a lot of it could be stopped too. But we can't stop it if we're just going to say, well, what can you do? What can you do? Well, I happen to know the creator of everything that is. And everything that is, He made with the voice that He has. He spoke it into existence. So I dare say, if enough of us get on our face and cry out, He will start thinking about things. And I dare say His very thoughts will change things in this realm. And after He thinks, He moves. Think about it. I love you all until the next time.